Hayes Entertainment exclusive.
This is the hottest place for big name interviews in Vancouver with Ryan Hayes and Big Mike.
Much, Mark, for taking your time today with us, man. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me on the show. Appreciate it.
We're just gonna ask you a bunch of questions about your career and your fighting and stuff like that. We're huge fans up here in Canada, and yeah. So where did you get the nickname Super Samoan from?
It's from the Dragon Ball Z. Have you ever seen Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were called the Super Saiyans, so they just called me the Super Samoan.
Awesome. That's a great nickname. And what got you into fighting?
It was actually just by accident, to be honest. But I shouldn't say by accident, but yeah, just fighting just chose me. It's, to be honest.
I'll let you know that you're allowed to enjoy yourself, swear, do whatever you want on here. I'm having a drink, so feel free to tell all the stories you want to tell.
Yeah.
And, you're a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, correct?
Yeah. I didn't really chase the belts. I was already a white belt fighting in the black belt class. With the top end guys anyway. So I didn't really put the gear on that much.
That's fair enough.
There's a Canadian guy, Dennis Kang. You ever train with him?
I didn't train with him, but I've met Dennis Kang, a few times, I think, yeah.
Okay. You have 13 wins in MMA, 10 by knockout. Obviously, that's your go-to thing, eh? Try and knock the guy out?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Your biggest fight that I've ever... Well, my favorite fight of yours was against Roy Nelson when you knocked him out. Can you explain the feeling of that fight?
It was just a good fight. Roy's a good dude, and I just actually caught him as he was coming in. So yeah, pretty easy fight.
Contact with him?
Not really. I don't really like in that sort of way, but just on social media, this and that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you fought like the best leagues in the world, right? Like the K1, Pride, UFC. I mean, what would you say your favorite league would be?
Probably K1 and Pride, maybe.
Yeah, you're not really on good terms with UFC at this moment, or?
Well, I used to be, but not anymore. Never have been after a lot of the stuff they've done. To be honest.
Yeah.
So,
I was doing a little reading on the bjpenn.com site there, and I heard you were returning, but it's not the UFC.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to finish my career happy, not working for the UFC. They're just a bunch of grubs, and that's all they'll ever be.
Your UFC debut was 119. You fought Sean McCorkle. What were your emotions like going into your first big fight?
It was I tried to change a lot of things, but I was going through a lot of issues. That it was my first fight in the octagon. There was a lot of issues concerning that fight anyway. But nearly 2 years out of the fighting arena, and that's what happened. So.
And then obviously UFC 127 was your first win. That was a big one for sure too, and you got knockout of the night in that fight as well.
Yeah, it was a comeback fight and started again from there, which was good. Actually started to find my feet again, to be honest, and wasn't so disappointed with all the other stuff that was going on.
Can you explain how you got the nickname King of Walk-Offs for anybody that doesn't know? I mean, I do, but
Well, I don't know. I didn't say that. They just whoever named it themselves. Uh,
Would you say left hook's your favorite punch?
to be honest, I wouldn't know. It just depends on the situation. To be honest, it depends on the situation. Yeah.
Makes sense. Out of all the people you've fought, like Jack Congo, Dos Santos, Mir, Silva, Overeem, Lesnar. I mean, what would you say your toughest opponent was?
Probably the company itself. Ain't no opponent been tougher than me, but just the working for that fucking company's been the tough one.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I was going to ask, so you moved from Auckland to Australia, is that right?
Correct.
Yeah. And now you're living in Australia?
I've been living here for 26 odd years, I think.
Okay. And you're training
Yeah.
with Joyner right now, correct?
Who?
Charlie Joyner?
Oh, yeah. Well, he's come up to here to help Bam with training. And, yeah.
Awesome.
how did it feel beating Frank Mir?
It was good, but, the fight got tarnished because he was cheating.
Yeah.
Usual story, I get
Same
nowhere.
with
Just
Brock Lesnar.
correct. Same story again, Cheater gets ahead, goes ahead, and I don't go anywhere.
Seems to me like the UFC was just like short noticing you or giving you an uphill battle the whole time.
Well, they've done a lot of things, They've forced me to fight. They've given guys IVs when they weren't supposed to. They've never honored their contract once. They try to keep everyone obligated and say, we have a deal with this person, but yet they never stick to their own deals. That's why we're in a lawsuit right now. And, if they can't buy these high judges off, then we're going to win this. But they've won so far because they've bought everyone else off.
It makes no sense because if you want to be the best fighting in the world, I mean, you would want the best fighters, and they're losing guys like you.
Well, I mean, the truth was I used to feel proud to be part of that company, to be a part of the elite MMA community. It's one of the best, but and as I stayed in that company, you're not one of the best. You just, these guys are underpaid. They don't get the money. There's no financial gain in this fucking title, in the UFC title. There's no prestige in this title. So why the hell would anyone want to be a UFC fighter? That thoughts of past before where we actually think it was quite cool to be part of the elite like everyone else. But everyone can see now. Everyone's starting to see the light with it and the truth. These guys are just crooks. And then they tie you up with contracts and then throw you through the legal system, just trying to make things even.
What is the Muhammad Ali reform that I believe, are trying to bring out more to the MMA?
Well, the fighters in the MMA right now are only getting like 18-20%, whereas all the other boxing they share 40 or 50% because they have the Ali Act in it. A lot of the sporting communities have the revenue share of 40 to 50%. Whereas UFC have never had that revenue percent. That's what we're trying to fight, to bring the Ali Act in. It's always been like, and you can see it by not just me, but champions talking about it, past fighters still working for them saying these sort of things. It's not just me saying this, even though I've dealt with them many, 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 many years ago with this. I mean, these fighters are coming through dealing with it now. I dealt with the old owners. These guys are dealing with the new owners, and still that fuck with Dana still sitting there. So,
You guys definitely deserve more money, that's for sure.
So do you have any, is it like no contact with Dana White?
no, I think he's a fuckwit.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I think he needs a fucking good hiding is what he needs, man.
And one of the questions I had for you, which it's kind of already spilled out a bit, what were your true feelings about Dana White?
Well, I mean, he's just a crook. End of the day, I mean, he doesn't give a fuck. People say he's just a good businessman. No, he's a fucking thief. That's all he is. And I don't know why people look at him and respect him for doing. He ain't done jack shit, but just steal everyone's money.
Okay, Cormier. I read an interview one time. Cormier made a comment about how there's no Michael Jordan of MMA. Who would you say was the Michael Jordan of MMA?
Yeah, it's called the UFC. That's the Michael Jordan of MMA.
Okay.
There ain't no fighter that's the Jordan of MMA. The only one killing it nowadays is fucking UFC.
So, who would be your favorite fighter, like growing up and watching or fighting against? Or
My favorite fighter, Bruce Lee and Mike Tyson.
You talk to Mike Tyson?
I've met him once, yeah.
Do you keep in contact with many of the UFC guys that you fought?
Not really. I do. It's just a courtesy thing, to be honest. And that's about it. I mean, like I said, I don't support or watch anything the UFC does because I know what these fighters are going in and going for. Like I said before, $0 in coins in this title and zero prestige in this title. Why the fuck would you want to do it?
What about Bellator? Couldn't you go over there?
Look, it's not about going over there and there. These guys are under contract. You can't just up and leave somewhere else. Their contracts are airtight.
Okay.
You know, so it's not as simple as that. I'm just going to go leave over there. They're going to say, no, you fucking won't. You ain't going anywhere. You're going to sit at the back of that bus with no fucking money and no earning, and you can't feed your family for fucking years. We're going to run you through the system, and you'll never want to leave. You'll never be able to leave. So that's how strong the airtight contracts are. So all these people that say, oh, you can just go to this company, over to that company. No, you can't.
Yeah, that's what those contracts are for. They really hold you down.
Well, that's a UFC contract. They're airtight, and they change it every time someone tries to fuck them, try to break away or make things even. They just screw you.
Who's your biggest influencer in your career?
Sorry?
Who's your biggest influencer in your career?
Right now it'd have to be the UFC is my biggest influence. Because they're the biggest influence and change to make everything change. So, you know, they're the biggest fight for me in my life ever. And they should be the biggest fight for a lot of these fighters. It doesn't matter. It shouldn't mean, like, you tell a lot of people ask me, what's the best fight? What's this? Man, who gives a shit? The biggest fight is this company who's fucking everyone over. And it doesn't matter whether these fighters are doing great fights or punching their faces and all this happened. It doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, the only winners in the UFC are the UFC and the owners, the royal family of fucking Dubai, where the fuck there is, and these fucking actors. You know, that's why they go to that fucking island, because they own 10% of it.
That's what we like to hear. We like to hear this inside scoop stuff we might not know so much about.
Okay, yeah. No, this is all stuff not from the cuts. This is stuff from that I've gathered through my career working for them. And when people say they can sue you for slander, can't sue me for slander if it's fucking true.
What's your favorite song to come out to? Like, what was your ring entrance music?
Doesn't really matter, does it?
We just want to thank you so much, Mark, for coming on today, man. We really appreciate it. We learned a lot, because obviously this stuff we don't learn, we don't know about, and we appreciate it.
Oh, well, I didn't realize. Sorry, I didn't realize I need to explain it in layman's terms. But and that's not rude. Layman's is not a rude term. It's just, you know.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So, all good. No worries. Thanks for having the show. I appreciate it. Just trying to spread the knowledge. That's all.
We'll do our best to help share it too.
And we wish you best of luck, man.
All right,
we want to keep watching you fight.
Take care.
Take
All
care.
right, take care, guys. Appreciate it.